let's play around in the world of geometry just a little bit. I know some of you are not super into geometry, but we're just going to very briefly talk about perimeter, and we'll do some area problems later. But for right now, let's do this first word problem. So the perimeter of a triangular plot of land is 2,400 feet. So when I'm talking about perimeter, I'm talking about the outside region. And the longest side is 200 feet less than twice the shortest. The middle side is 200 feet less than the longest side. Find the lengths of the three sides of the triangular plot. So like always, attack this in sections. Since it's a geometry problem, I always like to suggest try drawing a problem. Hey, I've got a triangular plot of land. Let me go ahead and draw a triangle. Obviously, the triangle is not going to be drawn to proportion, right? We're just trying to throw some sizes up there. But we do know that the perimeter, which is the length of all sides added together, is going to be 2,400 feet. Okay, that's the first thing that's told to us. So let's just write out what we know. The longest side, which side looks the longest? Let's say this side's the longest, is 200 feet less than twice the shortest. So it looks like they're trying to make an equation out of the shortest. So let's assign our variable to what the length of the shortest. So you could do S, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with X because S's tend to start looking like 5s. So this is the shortest side. Now the longest side is 200 feet less than, circle those keywords, twice the shortest. So twice the shortest we know is 2x. Oh, I see what I did there. Did anybody else see that? I talked about how we're not going to use S, and then I just wrote S. Okay. Alicia, you're not making any sense. Okay, so we have twice the shortest. But notice this 200 feet less than. That less than is subtraction, but it's very special. When I say less than, what I'm really saying is I want you to take what comes before and what comes after, and I want you to flip-flop those. So whenever you hear less than, think I'm going to take that number that actually comes before and move it to behind the subtraction sign. So what number comes before is 200. So I'm actually going to subtract 200 here. So that's actually kind of your hint for the phrase less than. Okay, now the middle side is 200 feet less than, ooh, there's that terminology again, ooh, 200 feet less than the longest side. So the longest side is 2x minus 200. We don't need to come up for a variable with it. So we're going to take 2x minus 200 and we're going to subtract another 200 feet because that's what it tells me, 200 feet less than. So we're taking the longest side. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in parentheses. You don't have to though. And then we're going to subtract the longest side, or 200, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have all our sides. Now the perimeter is 2,400. So if I add all of these guys together, I should get 2,400. So let's go ahead and set that up. So shortest side is X. Let's add the medium sides next. So it's 2x minus 400. Just simplify that. Make it a little easier on yourself. And then my longest side is 2x minus 200. And that's all equal to 2,400 because we're just adding the sides together. So let's add our x's together. 1 plus 2 plus 2 is going to give me 5x. Negative 400 minus 200 gives me negative 600. Then we just got a nice equation we can solve. That's always nice to come up with. So 2,400, add that 600 over. So that's going to get me 5x equals 3,000. 3,000 divided by 5. X is going to be 600. Now, like I've told you before, make sure you go back and read through exactly what they're looking for. So let's use a different color here. Find the lengths of the three sides. So the shortest side is going to be 600, and let's label that feet. It's always good to label your units. I know it's easy to forget about. Okay, let's do the medium size next. So it's 2x, 2 times 600, which gives you 1200, minus 400 is going to get you 800. So this side is going to be 800 feet. And then last but not least, we should do the longest side. So 2x, which is 1200, minus 200 is going to get you 1000 feet. Now, it's a good idea to double check that, in fact, the perimeter is 2400. So add these sides together. So 1000 plus 800 is going to give you 1800. Add another 600. Yep, that does give me to 2400 feet. So I've done that correctly. And we can move on with our lives, right? So good luck with those geometry problems. Those keywords are going to be essential. I did post those on your course announcements if you're not comfortable with the keywords. So check those out. Good luck, everyone.